Dear students, we are going for second online lecture. Here we learn today Norton's theorem. In the last class we have discussed Thevenin's theorem. So today we will go for our new theorem. It is Norton's theorem, another important theorem for you. This theorem states that we have seen here this theorem states that a linear two-terminal circuit can be replaced by an equivalent circuit consisting of a current source IN in parallel with a resistor R, where IN is the short circuit current through the terminals and RN is the input or equivalent resistance at the terminals when the independent sources are turned off. So we'll try to understand from circuit diagram. Here it is the any linear two terminal circuit AB which is connected with a load resistor RL. So we are taking an example of linear two terminal circuit, this one. This is the linear two terminal circuit. It is the example of this, and this load resistor is connected this one. So after applying Norton's theorem, we will get this one, Norton current in parallel with the Norton resistance. According to the theorem, here theorem states current source IN in parallel with a resistor RN. So here you see IN is parallel RN. Now we will try to determine these IN and RN. So let's try. So we are taking, this is the example, finding out first Norton resistance using this circuit. So it is the similar as the Thevenin resistance. Similar action, Norton resistance Rn equals to Thevenin resistance. We have discussed how to determine Thevenin resistance. So we know that to determine Thevenin resistance, we need to remove the source, voltage source by the shorter. Here we placed a shorter in the place of voltage source. Voltage source is removed here. So after removal of voltage source with a shorter and remove the load resistor RL. Here RL is absent. Now we need to take the resistance from A to B. So if you consider A to B, so from A, if you go in this way, R2 is in series. That's why R2 plus, and you see current is divided in two parts now, R1 and R3. That's why R1 parallel R3. So we have written R2 plus R1 parallel R3. Again I am saying from A to B. So if you go from A to B, R2 is series, then R1 and R3 is parallel. That's why you have written R2 plus R1 parallel R3. That is the equation for Rn. Now we are going for determination of Norton current IN. So we know that to determine Norton current, we need to remove the load resistor. So we have removed the load resistor, and in the place of load resistor we have placed a short circuit. So in the place of load resistor we have placed a short circuit path. Now we need to determine the current through this shorter, that is called IN. So our second target is what? Finding out Norton current. So how to find out the Norton current? We have to remove the load resistor, then we have to place a shorter between terminals AB. So we have placed a shorter between terminal AB. Now we will determine the current through this shorter AB. that would be known as IN. So how to find out? You see, from this circuit, you see this is the voltage source E. Now due to this voltage source, total current I is now divided in two parts through R3 and R2. So we can determine first total current I equals to total voltage source E divided by total resistance in this circuit R1 plus R2 parallel R3, because R2 and R3 is the parallel connection. Since we know that parallel means current divided, you see this current I is divided in two parts, this R3 and this R2. That's why R2 and R3 is in parallel connection. So from this view we can say that now total current I equals to total voltage E divided by total resistance R1 plus R2 parallel R3. So this is our equation for determination of I. Now you see this current is divided in two parts, this and this, so we may apply here current divider rule to determine this IN. So if you apply current divider rule, then IN equals to, IN is the word current through R2, so this opposite resistance is R3. That means total current is I multiply this opposite resistance R3. This is the R3 divided by total resistance R2 plus R3. So that is our current divider rule. So using current divider rule, we can easily determine IN. Now we are going for our Norton equivalent circuit. This is our figure 2 Norton equivalent circuit. That is IN parallel with RN. That is our AB network Norton equivalent circuit, and where RL is placed in the terminal of AB. Now you can easily determine the current through RL using current divider rule. So IL equals to total current IN multiply this RL opposite resistance RN divided by total resistance RL plus RN. So that is the equation we have written. IN multiply RN divided by RN plus RL. So let's see again. This IL equals to what? Total current IN. It is the total current IN multiply this opposite resistance RN. You see that is the RN divided by total resistance RL plus RN. So that is our Norton's theorem. Okay, now we will try to solve a problem. The problem example number 4.11. So in this example, it is said that find the Norton equivalent circuit of the circuit in figure 4.39. This is the figure 4.39 at terminals AB. That means this AB network we need to apply here Norton theorem. So let's try for the solution of this network. So first we will try to determine Norton resistance. So to determine Norton resistance, we have to remove the source, current source and voltage source. We know we need to remove the current source by the open circuit path. This is the open circuit, and voltage source by the short circuit path. This is the short circuit. It is the usual rule to remove the all sources. If it is the current source, it should be open circuit. If it is the voltage source, it should be short circuit. It is applicable for the all maths. Now we see that we have to find out now resistance from A to B. So at this condition we see that if you go from A to B, then you see this current is divided in this part and this part. That means this part is parallel with this 5 ohm resistor. You see 8 ohm across current is passing through 4 ohm, because this is the open circuit, so there should be no current. So 8 ohm through current is passing through 4 ohm, and we know that if same current is passing, that is the series. That means 8 ohm 4 ohm is series. Again 4 ohm through current is passing through 8 ohm resistor. That means 8 ohm also series. So here 8, 4 and these 8 all are series connection. That means 8 plus 4 plus 8. So ultimately you are getting here Rn equals to 5 parallel with this total parts 8 plus 4 plus 8. So after calculation we are getting the value here 4 ohm. So 4 ohm is our Norton resistance,